Hiya, welcome to GGKCS, the podcast / FlossTube for fans of all things knitting, cross-stitching, geeky. I'm Cece, my pronouns are they, them, and I'm so glad you're here today. Today is Saturday, the 5th of April, 2025, and this is episode 513. I'd like to say a big welcome back, love ya, to any returning viewers, and a big hiya to any new viewers. Thanks for giving us a shot. Hope you enjoy the show. This is my first full-length episode since the beginning of February. In case you didn't see on social media, I fell on President's Day and got a really bad concussion, enclosed brain injury and cervical strain, and this week was my first week back working full-time. So I did I was out of work for 4 weeks, and then I slowly transitioned back to work, doing a few hours at a time. So I'm still improving every day, but that was not on my bingo card for 2025, and 0-star review for that. Okay. Yeah, but I have lots of stuff to show you that I finished. During the worst of my concussion, all I could do was knit. And I could only knit because I was knitting on socks and I designed the pattern. And I have it memorized because I've made hundreds of them, and I was just literally knitting round and round in circles. So, yeah, got a lot of those finished, or got a lot of rows knit on socks and all that jazz. So I think we should probably just go ahead and get started. Here we go. And now it's time for Knit, 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 where I talk to you about what I have knit or what I have finished knitting. FO number 1 is a cross stitch FO, so I will show you that in the next segment. I'm going to now show you FOs number 2, 3, 5, and 7, because they're all the same thing. So a sweet friend gave me a skein of yarn, Malabrigo Metamorphosis sock in the Amelie colorway, and I knit 8 fingerless mitts. This is a pattern that I cobbled together from several different free patterns. I used US 3.5 mil needles. My idea with this, because it's a gradient, is I've got all these gloves now from black all the way to, this is the final color, part of the color. And I can literally just grab 2 out and wear them because they all color coordinate because they're all from the same gradient. So I could do like this. So that is 4 of my FOs. These beautiful from black. Start getting into the pink. I love that. I love that zigzag that it did. And that. And this is just like how the yarn did. I still have a little bit of the yarn left, but not enough to do one final, or like 2 more mitts. So we'll stop there. So there is that. Excuse me. FO number 4 for the year is a preemie blanket. Let me see which side is the right side. This side, I think. I knit this on US 6's 4 mil needles. I used a lot of different yarns. If you want to see them, go to our website, ggkcs.com, and all that detail is there. These are all fingering weight yarns that I held double. And I cast on with an I-cord cast on. And then I did a 3-stitch I-cord on both edges, and then I bound off with an I-cord bind off. And other than that, it's just garter stitch. But I loved the color progression that I was able to come up with by just using mostly leftover yarns. This is 1,330.52 yards of yarn that it took to knit this. And then, let's see, FO number 6 for the year are Dammy's Christmas socks. This is my French Vanilla Cappuccino pattern that you can find on javapearldesigns.com on US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. And this is Emma's Yarn Practically Perfect Sock in the Group Hug colorway. I knit these toe up. They're gray with just all these little pops of color. So our friend Caitlin gave Dammy this yarn for their birthday. And Dammy's just not really knitting right now, so I told Dammy I would knit it for them as their Christmas socks, but it just took me a little while to get them done. So it took me 23 days to knit these. And the final knitting FO are these socks. These are birthday socks for my bestie's husband. Yes, he has very large feet, US, I don't know, 14, 15 something. Again, same pattern as I used for Dammy, French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern, US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. I used West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply self-striping in the J colorway. It's from their Birds line. And then I used the leftovers from Dammy's Christmas socks for the toes, heels, cuffs. When I knit self-striping, if at all possible, I like to do a contrasting toe, heel, cuff so it doesn't break up the striping pattern and make it like have a really wide. I've done it that way, but this is just preference. This tells you how much bigger his feet are compared to like what I knit for Dammy. These sock blockers are actually meant for like Dammy's sock, the foot of it to be here, and this be the leg. I turned it upside down and used the leg for the foot, and it's still not long enough. It like hangs over the edge. So that was another finish. It was 354.57 yards of yarn, and it took me 31 days to knit these. Okay, now let's talk about the couple of knitting projects I have on my needles. I started my bestie's oldest son Noah's birthday socks. Again, same pattern, French Vanilla Cappuccino sock pattern by me, US 1.5, 2.5 mil needles. And then I'm using this yarn. This is Blue Ridge Yarns Kaleidoscope, and it's a custom colorway. It didn't have a name. But I've got the toe done, and I've started on the foot. I think it's so pretty. So I will continue to work on those. And then I did start a new preemie blanket. This I'm not holding double because it's like worsted weight yarn. And I am using these. So these are on US 6's 4 mil needles. And I'm using Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo in the gold colorway and Red Heart Super Saver in the Cafe Latte colorway. And I'm just changing the color after every garter ridge. And I asked the Google and got some help for how to carry the other color up inside the I-cord so that I don't have to like weave in all those ends. So this one's going to take me a little bit longer than the other one because it is hard for me to knit with thicker weight yarn. So, but I'm working on it, and this will be a lovely preemie blanket when I get it finished. And that is everything that I finished and am working on knitting-wise. But I also have a lot of cross stitch to talk to you about. So let's move on to the next segment. And now it's time for FlossTube. All right, I have one cross stitch FO so far this year, and I this was my birthday start last year. So this is Coffee Because Murder is Illegal by Notorious Needle. Coffee Because Murder is Illegal. I started, let's see, no. The tote bag is the Live and Die LA 14 count Ada bag in the Aurora Borealis colorway. It came in a black needle box sometime back. And I used the Stitch Me Silk Truffle, Needlepoint Silk Hot Pink, and Trinway Silk Sterling Silver. So I totally modified the pattern because I wanted to pick my own colors. I'm not planning on using this as a tote bag. It's just going to be decorative. But it's super cute. I love it so much. So much. Okay. I got my Kindle Fire out so that I can tell you percentages on cross stitch stuff. And so, but I have to open up a separate thing because I'm about to show you Edinburgh Castle by Terra Luna Stitchery, and it's on a 25 count easy grid Lugana, and I'm using the called for DMC. Here's the pattern. But with the person designed it, they did not put in stitches for the white. And I was like, I have to stitch the white stitches. So I have a sticky note of like, the app says I've done this many stitches. This is how many white stitches I've done, add it together, percentages, etc. I have no idea how much I did on this. I'm doing this on the diagonal. So I'm right. I just did, let's see. Oh, I'm ready to do down here. And I'm currently sitting at 115,640 stitches out of 265,824, and that is 43.502%. I just tried to delete my thingy. Don't do that. We don't need that. I need my note. So I am making progress. I got burnt out on this after working on it like every single day for a long time. I'm doing a challenge with some friends, and I know this came up as one of the projects for me to work on this week. I think I don't know how much, I can't remember how much I have to do, but so that will get a little bit of something that lives in my ottoman at the foot of that I put my feet up on. Okay, then I should have put these in order, but I did not. This is one of the black needle bags from the Nice List last year. I am working on Oh Dear by Satsuma Street. This is the stocking that I'm stitching for Dammy. I'm doing this on 16 count Black Pearl Ada from Still City Stitchers, and I'm using the called for DMC. So I've been putting in the highlight stitches of the antlers. I had to move the fabric when I was stitching on this last. I'm currently at, I hope y'all can't hear that. I always try to do the remove background noise when I edit the video, but it's warmer here today, so I have the balcony door open. I just realized that I forgot to turn off my little fan. I turned it back on while I was airdropping the last video. So I'm currently sitting at 27.82% done. So making progress. Okay, next up is, it's in this one. This is a bag from Bags from Judy, I think is what it's called on Facebook. Okay, I'm putting in a picture of what this is going to look like because you're not going to be able to tell from me holding it up. This is Gilmore-isms by Forbidden Fiber Co. on 16 count Casablanca Ada Zweigart from Forbidden Fiber Co. using the called for Forbidden Fiber Co. floss. I am currently working on I'm a Big Fat Flincher. Let's see. I'm currently sitting at 50.78% done. So I'm halfway through this. I'm going to be attending the Downton Abbey virtual retreat with Black Needle Society next week. And I am going to be, for the first time, stitching to prompts. Gilmore, in the Stars Hollow retreats, I stitched on the pattern for the retreat, which for Stars Hollow counted, it didn't matter. You didn't have to meet a prompt if you didn't want to. But I'm not going to stitch a Downton one, at least at this point. But I've been able to, I think, meet most of the prompts. But I will be working on this for, it looks like at least 5 of the prompts. So I should get some good stitching in on it. This one, yes. This is from one of the Stars Hollow retreats. It's a lifestyle. It's a religion. This is going to be, let's see, do I have the picture? Yes. This is Winter in Stars Hollow by Katie Landis of the Black Needle Society. The 4th and final project in this pattern. And I did it like this. I did the seasons side by side. This is on 18 count white Ada, and I'm using the called for DMC and the color conversion for the fancy flosses from Forbidden Fiber Co. I worked a lot on Lane most recently, and I am at 51.98%, so a little over halfway. So what I think I'm going to do is, I'm trying to get this to where I can show you. I think I have, no, did I finish Lane? I did. I finished Lane. I finished filling in all the white on Lane. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and do the light post with the wreath. And then I think I'm going to work on the house and save the ice skating and Luke and Lorelei for the last. So I actually might do the light post with the wreath and then go ahead and do the words underneath. That would be a good spot to work on during Downton Abbey. So that might happen. So, but I am over halfway on that. Sorry. I've got all the flosses from all 4 years in this bag, and so it is quite full. Okay, next up, in another Black Needle project bag, I am working on the pattern I'm calling Taylor Swift Productive. It's a quote from one of her songs that says, I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art. I'm doing this on Fiber on a Whim, 16 count Ada in the Presenting Lorelei Gilmore colorway. The flosses that I'm using are in the show notes, ggkcs.com. So the border is done, including the little doobobbers. The hearts at the top are done. I Cry a Lot's done, but I Am So is done. And I'm working on Productive, and then It's an Art goes underneath here. I can't remember if there are, oh, I already did the little heart underneath there. So I'm currently sitting at 83.96% done on this. And I think if I remember right, this is another project that I'm working on for my stitching challenge with my friends this week. So I will do that. And then the final thing that I am working on because I did not work on Move Forward in Love at all since I saw you last, which makes me sad, but I will be working on it during Stars Hollow. This is Jack's Stamp Collection, which is another pattern by Katie Landis of the Black Needle Society. I'm doing this on JU Design 18 count Zweigart Ada in the Witchy Pink colorway and the Call for DMC. Although I think there was a couple colors I didn't have, so I just found what was close. I need to still do a few more stitches on this to finish up. I use this for the stitching challenge with my friends every week because I did the math, and when I started this right after Halloween last year, if I do 150 stitches a week on it, I will be done for Halloween 2026. And one of the things for the stitching challenge with my friends is there's one project every week that we do 180 stitches a week on. And so what I did is I just assigned this to everyone, and this is the piece I use for that prompt. So I did make a little bit of modifications. I outlined the white of stamp because it just wasn't showing up. And I decided to outline the stamps too with one of the purples. That I outlined the stamps on Santa Stamp Collection as well. And I just really, really like the look of it. So I have finished day 2, the jack-o'-lantern, day 3, candy corn, day 4, Frankenstein's monster, and day 5, it's stars in a dark sky. And just last night, I finished up the jack-o'-lantern, and I started out doing the stamp border for stamp 1. The reason I went from this end over is I made a counting error somewhere, and it's actually, I'm only 1 stitch off. And if you're looking at it this closely to be able to tell that I was 1 stitch off, I don't know, find another hobby, because I don't really care. I'm happy with how it looks, and I'm just going to keep stitching on it. It's fine. So I'm currently sitting at 24.5% done with this. I still need to do, I think, like 60 stitches on this for this week's stitching challenges. And yes, I do have a little Winnie the Pooh note over here, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, because I have forgotten on more than one occasion that I'm stitching this with 1 strand of thread over 1, and had to rip out because normally I stitch 2 over 1. So Winnie the Pooh down here with Piglet help remind me to use only 1 strand of floss. So there's that. And that is everything that I have finished and am working on. And like I said, the only whip that I have that I did not work on since I saw you last was Move Forward in Love. But I'm planning to work on Move Forward in Love, Gilmoreisms, Dammy's Christmas Stocking, Winter and Stars Hollow, Jack's Stamp Collection, for sure during Downton Abbey. I might have Taylor Swift Productive done before Downton Abbey. And then I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to pull out Edinburgh Castle during the retreat, because that one takes a lot of concentration, because there are lots of colors, and especially now that I'm into the castle, there are lots and lots of colors in every 100 stitch square. So, yeah. Okay, I think that's everything for this segment. Let's move on to the next one. And now it's time for our favorite part of the show, yummies. Yummies are our current favorite things we like, things we want to talk to you about. Yummies. First up, our sweet friends Emily and Alexa over at Tin Can Knits sent us the pattern for their new design. This is the bumble cowl. And I've got it up on the screen right now. This pattern comes in sizes all the way from child to adult. It can be knit in worsted or Aran weight yarn, DK weight yarn, or sport weight yarn. And it's got info about the needle sizes. It's not a difficult pattern to do. And it gives it beautiful, beautiful effect. They've got some pictures in the pattern of like what it would look like if you did it in a single color or in 1 round stripes or 2 round stripes. And the really cool thing about the bumble, because I've done several of the bumble hat patterns, is you can decide which side you want out, and it looks great no matter which side you have out. So I think this would be a really fun thing to do, where you could knit both a bumble hat and a cowl in coordinating. And that would be a lovely gift for someone if you did that, where you gave them a hat and a cowl that match. So thank you to Emily and Alexa for sending that to us. Since I saw y'all last, I did 3 different unboxings from the Black Needle Society. If you have not gotten, we're going to start with the March box because it's on top. If you've not gotten your Rainy Day stitching, you'll want to fast forward. I'm not going to go through this in depth, but look at this cute pattern. And we got some beautiful, beautiful fabric. I'm so excited for this tea. This is the After the Rain tea blend. I'm very excited to try that. We got a cute mug and a tea strainer. This floss is everything. And I was showing this to Dammy, and I was like, Dammy, oh my gosh, look at that. This, we got the magnet is making it be wonky. There we go. We got a Make a Splash needle minder. This is my favorite from the box. This is the 6th one in their Stitchery Shop series. And for anybody who knows me, knows my love of rainbows, because of my love for the queer community, which I'm a part of and my kid's a part of. So that one was really special and fun for me. And then we also got a candle, which I can't wait to burn. Then we have Downton Abbey. So this is the pattern. And then in subsequent years, you're going to, let's see if I can do this without showing you the pattern. Grab this right here. Just quickly. As you can see, there's like extra space around. That is where the future retreat patterns are going to go. But then the future retreats will also have individual patterns that are not part of the one big piece. We got a cute project bag. Just like we did for Stars Hollow, we got a recipe book, which is super cute. The one we got for Stars Hollow was a big one, and so there's this small one, and then it came with recipe cards and slips. So that is beautiful. We go stitching at Downton seasons 1 and 2. We got scissors. I'm super excited about this one. A winding tool that this is, I can't remember. Where is it? 12-inch thread winder, because I do like my floss longer. We got a wax. We got some beautiful flosses. We got a tea blend in this one. This is Lord Grantham's custom blend. We got beautiful, beautiful lavender fabric and O'Brien's Regret soap. And these are down in the corner. This is like a fob that says, put that in your pipe and smoke it. And then we got a Cameo needle minder. And then this, oh no, I lied. I forgot about this. We got our first installment of Snail Mail. And if you want to see more in-depth unboxings of these, I did full-on unboxings of each of these on the YouTube channel. So we got floss. We got a super cute sticker. And then we got a pattern. This kind of reminds me of like a quilt, like the star, kind of that patchwork kind of color. And it's wearing a hat and a scarf. And then we also bonus got the pattern for the snail mail. And then the last thing I unboxed since I saw y'all last was the January box. I stitched past my bedtime. This was the purple box. We got this beautiful pattern. I've been excited to use these. Everything's falling. This is a dishcloth. And and you use it like you would use a paper towel, but it can be washed and then laid flat to dry, and it replaces 17 rolls of paper towel. We got a nerd hoop, which I love nerd hoops, so I'm excited to have another one. We got this beautiful, beautiful fabric. We got gorgeous purple flosses. We got French lavender soap and a lavender pen. And I can't remember who was saying it the other day, but somebody was saying that their cat was obsessed with this pen because. So I am a rep for the Black Needle Society, which means I get the every other month boxes to share with y'all through unboxing. And I also unbox, like I pay for the snail mail subscription and I pay for the special edition boxes, and I still unbox them because I love my Black Needle Society boxes so much. I do get a coupon code to share with y'all, and it is for 5% off everything in the vault. The vault is where things, don't mess with that pumpkin. The vault is where things that are extras from the boxes. Pause a second. Pumpkin had been asleep while I was recording, and she got up, and I had just been stacking stuff from Black Needle on my ottoman, and she was very intrigued by the tea. So I needed to move it out of the way. The vault is where leftovers from boxes go. So if there is stuff that you've seen today that I've shown or whatever that you're interested in getting, go check out the vault, theblackneedlesociety.com, and use a coupon code JavaPearl5, JAVAPURL, and the number 5 for 5% off. And you can use that more than once. I've used it multiple times myself. So check that out. Do I have anything else yummies? I don't think so. I've just mostly been recuperating from my injury and just trying to get back to normal life in this chaotic world. So, okay, let's move on to the next segment. And with that, we've come to the end of the show. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm so glad to be back with y'all. It literally took me a couple hours to go through everything that was just stacked on my desk and figure out, have I put this into I create an album every year in my Google Photos where I put my FOs with the information that I share with y'all that's in the show notes about each project. And I had not even started one for 2025. So I did that and got it all together, and just figured out what did I work on since I saw y'all last. And then also we had the Black Needle Society book club today. So, I should be back with you beginning of March as usual. Thank you to everybody who supports the podcast /FlossTube. Grateful for each of you. You can find us everywhere we are at online on our website, ggkcs.com. And there you'll find links to Instagram, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Those are our main ones. But all the links for all the things are there. I know that especially here in the US, things are unstable and difficult every single moment, as well as many places in the world are also very unstable. And I think we're all doing the best we can in just trying to get by moment to moment. Check on your family, check on your friends. Speak up, let your voice be heard. And take care of each other. All right. I will be back with you again soon. And until then, happy crafting. Are you winding up? Are you getting all the energy wound up with your tail? All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here she comes. Here she comes.